Hey guys, Dr. Axe here, Doctor of Natural Medicine and founder of draxe.com. Hey, in this video I'll be talking about the best essential oils for menstrual cramps and PMS. And this is something I've worked with thousands of patients on over the years, including my own spouse, my own sister and family members. So I'm going to walk you through really the best essential oils to really help get relief. And this is something almost all women struggle with sometime during their lifetime. And so we're going to talk about what is PMS and really what are the best essential oils to get relief to use for prevention and treatment during that time. So, PMS is a group of symptoms linked to your menstrual cycle. And it can include many different symptoms. It can include bloating, it can include fatigue, depression, also tender breasts, acne, food cravings, fatigue, headaches, and irritability. All of those can happen. Now, this usually starts about a week to two before the period, and it's caused by changes in your hormones, especially those estrogen and progesterone levels fluctuating there as well. And we're also going to talk here about the best essential oils to help treat PMS. And before I jump into essential oils, I do want to mention this, that diet and stress levels are also big when it comes to PMS. When you're looking at your overall diet, here's the biggest thing I see in women. They're consuming too many carbohydrates. If somebody's consuming too many carbohydrates, it affects insulin. Remember, when we hear the word insulin, that's a hormone that's typically associated with diabetes, but it's also associated with imbalanced blood sugar levels and hypoglycemia. And so one of the things you want to do diet-wise is go on more of a low-carb diet for part of the month. And that's going to be where you're not going to consume many grains, you're going to stay away from sugar, and your diet is going to be predominantly lots of vegetables, organic meats, and healthy fats. And if you do that, that alone makes a radical difference in your hormones and also keeping stress levels balanced. If you're under a lot of emotional stress, similar thing happens. It causes cortisol to go up, can cause insulin to become imbalanced, affects melatonin so you don't sleep as well. All of those things can cause those PMS symptoms to be worse. Now let's jump in and talk about the best essential oils to also use in correlation with improving your diet and keeping those stress levels low. Number one essential oil that can help female hormones is clary sage oil. Now, clary sage oil really helps balance out those estrogen levels. A lot of times estrogen can get too high. Well, clary sage really helps bring that back into balance. Also, clary sage has antispasmodic benefits, which means if you're having any of that abdominal cramping or any cramping that you're having, clary sage oil can help relieve that. Now, the best way to use clary sage oil is apply about 3 drops to your lower abdomen and then put on a warm compress for about 2 to 3 minutes on the area. And by doing a warm compress, that allows those essential oils to sink deeper into the skin, into the abdomen and reproductive organ area. Now, I want to have a safety tip here with clary sage oil. Don't use this oil during pregnancy because it is so powerful at actually altering and changing hormones there as well. So a word of caution there with clary sage oil, but sage is an incredible oil, really the number one oil to help relieve PMS symptoms. Now, holy basil oil, really a unique oil. Now, this was prescribed and used in Ayurvedic medicine, and holy basil is also known as tulsi. You may have heard of tulsi tea before, but using this essential oil, it acts as an adaptogen. Now, adaptogens mean it helps your body better adapt and deal with stress and can bring those cortisol levels into balance. Remember what I said earlier, if your cortisol levels get high, if you get too stressed out, that absolutely will cause PMS symptoms to be worse. So by using holy basil oil, you're going to naturally help bring down those cortisol levels, balancing out the body. So this is another reason why it's my number 2 favorite essential oil when it comes to PMS symptoms. Also in clinical studies, holy basil oil has been shown to help relieve headaches, inflammation, and it's great to apply. I especially like adding it to the wrists, also the neck region, and again, you can mix it with clary sage and use it on the lower abdominal region using a warm compress with that as well. A word of caution here, it actually increases liver function, so if you have clotting issues, you may stay away from it, but if you don't have blood clotting issues, holy basil is an amazing essential oil to use. Now, wintergreen oil, probably of all the oils, has the greatest analgesic effect, which here's what that means. It means it's going to alter pain receptors. So if you're experiencing a lot of pain, wintergreen oil acts as a natural numbing agent to help relieve pain. So again, in terms of pain, wintergreen oil, one of the most powerful. It also promotes healthy skin. PMS-related acne, works as a natural astringent. So again, you can use this as a face wash as well to clean your skin, but also, again, a warm compress, about 3 drops of oils, warm compress at lower abdomen can help in relieving some pain. Now, rose oil, we know that rose has been used for centuries as natural beauty. In fact, we know Cleopatra used it. We know it was used probably throughout the Bible. But we know rose it has antispasmodic, so similar benefits to clary sage, provides cramp relief, which is great as well, and also helps fight feelings of depression, moodiness, and anxiety. Rose oil is known as a very uplifting oil there as well. So again, just using that, especially on sort of the neck area, these lymph nodes right here, back of your neck, rose oil is great to use in those areas. And again, a word of caution, do not use this oil during pregnancy. Roman chamomile oil is one of my favorite oils. It's one of the most gentle on the body. In fact, Roman chamomile oil is used oftentimes with infants and during breastfeeding because it's just so gentle and soothing to the body. But Roman chamomile helps fight depression and anxiety and emotional stress. You can inhale the vapors is one of the main ways people use it. So you can put it in a diffuser. Just take deep breaths in for about 2 to 5 minutes there of Roman chamomile oil. It's also even good for settling the digestive tract. So if you've got a stomach ache or digestive disturbance, Roman chamomile oil is great. And it's also great for promoting healthy night's sleep and quality sleep. So if you have trouble sleeping, use Roman chamomile oil as well. You want to do about 5 drops or inhale directly from the bottle there as well. Again, typically, again, there are different perspectives on this. Some groups believe Roman chamomile is completely fine during pregnancy. There's a very small subgroup who says, well, you really shouldn't use hardly any essential oils during pregnancy. But again, you'll have to sort of read up for that on yourself. But Roman chamomile oil, great oil there. Geranium oil, one of the most hydrating oils. You know, if somebody has aging skin, they will tend to use geranium oil, but in general, it's a great hormone regulator. In fact, it really supports the liver, number one, as well as the kidneys. And this might surprise you, but did you know that your liver is greatly responsible for detoxifying your body of something called xenoestrogens? So, you know, these chemical compounds that are found today in plastic bottles and in Teflon pans and all these different toxins that affect the liver, well, or actually those all affect estrogen. Well, your liver detoxifies those excess estrogens, and geranium oil supports your liver in detoxifying and balancing out estrogen and progesterone levels. So again, this oil is great mixed with clary sage oil, whether you're diffusing it, putting it on your lower abdomen with a warm compress, or simply just putting it on topically on your neck area. And first thing, it's avoid during the first trimester of pregnancy. Now, second and third, it's been shown to be okay. Actually, this has been proposed by aromatherapists, but first trimester, you'd want to stay away from geranium oil specifically. Now, cypress oil is really an amazing oil that's great for circulation. In fact, it's my #1 oil for spider veins and varicose veins, because it is so potent at really supporting healthy vascularity as well as circulation in the body. It works as a natural diuretic. This is one of the reasons it's so good for relieving cramps, is because of all of the circulation it brings to an area. So again, cypress oil, 3 to 5 drops in the area, warm compress on where the exact area where you're experiencing pain or specifically cramping. And it also helps fight that fluid retention. You know, oftentimes during PMS, you have a lot of edema. Your body starts holding a lot of water, weight, and fluid. Well, cypress oil really helps your body in that exchange of fluid. Also avoid during pregnancy. And this oil really should only be used topically and not internally. Now, jasmine oil, another great oil that's used to promote hormone balance. And a few things here, it's great for mood swings, bloating, acne, tender breasts there as well. And this is great to put in several areas. One, you can put it on your neck. You can also put it on the lower abdomen. And also you can put it on your wrists and the soles of your feet there as well. Again, avoid during pregnancy. And you'll notice most of these oils are incredibly beneficial, but because they do affect hormones, that's why they're good for PMS, but why they're typically not recommended for pregnancy, because they are so powerful at actually changing the hormones in your body. Now, cardamom oil is typically used for the digestive system and to reduce inflammation. Now, I will tell you, a lot of these symptoms from PMS, the root cause is inflammation. That's why I mentioned earlier, following a diet that's anti-inflammatory and that's very rich in grass-fed meats and wild-caught salmon, healthy fats like avocado and coconut, and nuts and seeds like flax seeds, and then loads and loads of herbs and vegetables. That's the diet you want to be following, and getting rid of the excess grains and sugars. But cardamom, similar, it's anti-inflammatory, analgesic, which means it's naturally pain relieving, and you want to do about 3 to 4 drops on your abdomen there as well. All right, let's talk about ylang ylang. Now, this is one of my favorite essential oils. If you are feeling down in the dumps, you've got depression, anxiety, and you just feel blah, right? You just don't feel good. Ylang ylang really is the ultimate oil for lifting up your spirits and mood. Now, this is an oil that I use all the time as well. It's actually great for overcoming any type of just feeling down in the dumps. So again, ylang ylang acts directly on the olfactory system, so your sinus cavity in your brain, at relieving depression. It positively affects the mood. It reduces tension, stress, and cramping. So again, really can affect those cortisol levels, those estrogen levels there as well. And this oil is typically, it's great to mix with something like lavender or chamomile. You typically are gonna put this oil on your neck or use a diffuser and just do inhalations for about 2 to 5 minutes. But ylang ylang, again, really good, especially for the mood. And here, just a little warning. Sometimes if somebody has a lot of, let's say, sensitivities to perfumes, ylang ylang is actually a common ingredient in some high-quality female fragrances. And so if you have a lot of sensitivities to those already, ylang ylang could bother you. But for the most part, people do really well with ylang ylang. And again, it's the #1 essential oil for lifting up the mood, especially in terms of hormones. So here's the thing. I know most people aren't going to go out and use all 10 essential oils. So I want to go over the top ones I recommend. In general, if you really want to support your hormone balance with essential oils, clary sage and holy basil are the 2 most powerful. And if you only have 1 essential oil you can use for your hormones, use clary sage. It's probably the most powerful on this list at directly affecting estrogen and progesterone. Holy basil, the most powerful oil for affecting cortisol levels and bringing down those stress levels, which is why it's great both for men and women and really everybody out there today. In terms of direct pain relief, wintergreen is probably the most powerful to use topically with a warm compress on the skin. If you need help just relaxing and winding down in better quality sleep, Roman chamomile is going to be the best. And then in overall, if you really want to improve your mood and overcome any type of moodiness or depression or anxiety, ylang ylang is the most powerful. And listen, you know, I've worked with thousands of women with hormone imbalance issues, and whether it was PMS or infertility or PCOS, and I can tell you right now, remember these tips. #1, you got to change your diet. If you are a carbaholic, consuming lots of grains, lots of sugars, really consider doing more of low carb, lots of wild-caught organic meat, loads and loads of vegetables and herbs, and then of course, lots of healthy fats like avocados and coconut and sprouted seeds like flax. That's really going to help bring your hormones back into balance. Get out and move a little bit. You know, whether it's a bar class or yoga or going out for a walk in nature, just walking, All of those things are going to help. Remember, lower those stress levels by doing things you love to do, and then again, use essential oils. They've been used thousands of years to help naturally balance hormones. By the way, hey, if you're not subscribed here to this YouTube channel, hey, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I've got a lot more information coming out about how to naturally balance your hormones and about the best essential oils for your house and for your own body, and making your own personal care products. And if you want to learn more as well about balancing your hormones or balancing out PMS or the diet for PMS, just Google search Dr. Axe PMS. You'll find some articles there on draxe.com as well. I want to say thanks for watching. Hi, Dr. Axe here. I want to say thanks so much for checking out this YouTube video, and also don't forget to subscribe if you want to get more great content on things like herbs, essential oils, natural remedies, and how to use food as medicine. Also, check out more of our content on my YouTube channel. Thanks for watching.